What's going on, everyone? Conservative Video Dipper here. If you got a dip, take a lip. The left are just freaking inhumane and cruel as ever. And just listen. Hold on. Let me turn this down real quick. Because you guys seriously need to hear. Let's go.
Certain migrant groups to work in the United States. More than 300,000 people from Haiti have just lost that designation. And as our Christian Benavides reports, it could impact nursing care, hotels, restaurants, and more. The Chef Creole restaurant in Miami's Little Haiti neighborhood is typically bustling with customers. Not today. People are scared. Owner Wilkinson Sejour says it's not just the clientele. After 34 years in business, he's lost his entire management team at 7 locations and will likely have to shut down 2 stores.
And this is coming from CBS, by the way. So this guy is reacting to a story that's coming from CBS, right? We know the left-wing news that they love to listen to. Now, remember, they haven't yet said anything about Trump or named Trump specifically. They just haven't outright said Trump. So that's not the point, but it kind of isn't the point. But listen, as we keep going, I'm going to pack it down.
To the end of temporary protected status. The end of TPS means for me that my future in the hospitality business is almost going to be non-existent.
And that's not good. Because the hospitality industry is, number one, a industry that definitely, I think, people definitely need. People, and then if you're like going to Florida and stuff, or if you're in an area where you have a lot of tourists and stuff, and they're coming in and out, definitely hospitality industry is something that place needs. So it really is sad. Cheers, by the way. That guy is going out. Listen.
Now listen, Uncle Tom.
Whoa! Hold on. Did I just hear him say what I thought I heard him say? Hold on. I just want to make sure I heard him correctly.
Now listen, Uncle Tom.
Yep, I heard him. I heard him correctly. He just called that man, that black man, a white man. Just called a black man an Uncle Tom. What the hell? Are you serious? Are you serious? A white man that allegedly believes in white privilege, that white people should not be saying certain things, especially racist or what could be considered racially charged words, out of his own mouth? And here I thought, you know, the left were supposed to be tolerant, accepting, not racist like the MAGAs are allegedly, from what they claim, because they claim that allegedly MAGA is really racist, not them. That's interesting. Huh. And here I thought, like, you know, I just got to point this out here because me being a conservative Trump supporter and hearing these guys virtual signal about this all the time on the left, doesn't that sound kind of like maybe I was right all along about the left? The whole entire freaking time? So I was looking to see if I could find some more dip, but I don't have any. I got to go get some today. But isn't that odd how they claim they do not use language that is or could be considered racially charged or motivated towards black people because they have white privilege and they have to use their white privilege. And he just called a black person an Uncle Tom. Hmm. 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 Now, I do know what the word Uncle Tom means. And no, in no way, shape, or form is that acceptable to be talking to a black person like that. But see, again, remember, it's okay if they do it. But if we do something, it's not okay. Huh. Is it just me, or am I thinking that you all thinking the same way that I am here about this?
You know what's really gross? I
No, yeah, I know what's really gross is that you would call a black man Uncle Tom. That you leftists would use language like that to directly go after black people that think differently than you. And you don't even know, he didn't even say anything about Trump, the Republican Party, or Conservative Party. He didn't say, in my, if my ears do not or have not failed me, I didn't hear anything about conservatism coming from that guy's mouth. All I heard was how hurt he was that his business was being shut down because of certain things that were going on. And somehow it's justifiable for you lefty lunatics, you lefty deranged lunatics, to use a racially, what could be considered a racial charged word toward black people just because you think he voted for Trump, which again, you don't know if he did or didn't. How dare you? This is why you people on the left are disgusted and vile and hated, or disliked, I shall say, but definitely hated by a lot of people, because you left winged nut jobs are racist. And you claim that us conservatives are racist. But I just heard this man, this white man, that again claims white privilege exists, calling a black man an Uncle Tom. Leftists, I don't think you have any more room to speak anymore. At all. From now on, you all leftists better keep your goddamn mouth shut about not claiming how y'all are not racist. Because this guy just proved it, that y'all are racist. This guy just proved that y'all are hateful, bigots, misogynists, white supremacist belief ideologies the whole entire time. So we don't want to hear a goddamn thing from y'all left nut jobs no more. No, you progressives are racist as hell. And it just showed. By calling a black man a name that can be considered racist and racially charged language. What the hell? You leftists really are that stupid to believe that we don't see past all of this? And I've been telling you guys this all along, that this is what they do. Well, conservative, you shouldn't be surprised that he does this or that they do it. No, I'm not surprised. I'm flabbergasted. I'm floored. I'm literally flabbergasted that a white man that claims he's not racist, he's for Black Lives Matter, and he's for standing up for the black community, would call a black man an Uncle Tom. That disgusts me. Purely. That just makes me want to throw up. That seriously makes me want to throw up. Because no way, shape, or form is that okay. In no way, shape, or form is calling a black person an Uncle Tom okay or should be tolerated. I don't care if you're white or black. You do not do that. You do not do that. No, this is not about privilege or trying to virtual signal towards the black community. It's me standing up for what is wrong and saying it's wrong. And I'm pointing it out for what it is. It's wrong. That's racist. That pissed me off.
Now listen, Uncle Tom. You know what's really gross? I expect stupidity from Trump's little white trash base with
Again, still racist. You going after white people. This is what I expect from them, these people, from these lefty nut jobs. I expect this from these people because this is what they do. This is what the left love to do, be racist.
16th that inbreed with their cousins.
This is all what I expect out of these kind of people. And especially from this guy. That's a racist. That is a blatant, obvious racist. So he talks about calling us white supremacists and Klan rallies, but this guy is using that kind of talking point.
And go to Klan rallies. I expect that.
Just like what we expect from people like you, Paul, being racist. Racist POSs. We expect that from you people because we know that's what you people on the left do 99.9% of the time, and it never fails, never does.
Donald Trump wouldn't even rent to your Uncle Tom ass.
And he does it more than once. It's twice now he's done it that he said it. That's twice. So definitely, we don't want to hear a goddamn thing about how you people on the left are not racist. Because you all people on the left are racist. You all do support the white supremacy and what the KKK stand for. Because you're using their talking points exactly to a T by calling black people Uncle Tom. That is sad. That's disgusting that you people on the left, again, claim you're not racist, but you call black people Uncle Tom because they disagree with your ideology. Or you think that they disagree with your ideology when they haven't told you their political stance. And you just decide to do it. That is how fucking nauseating you people make us. It is disgusting. It's atrocious. I don't even know what to say. It's absolutely sickening. What's up, Grunge? It is absolutely sickening how the left will always claim they're not racist, but you hear this. Yeah, we know that you're not racist. We know that you all are racist because this is the talking points y'all love to go for. But you blame us MAGA supporters for it. No, we're not racist.
literally asked for the execution of 5 black men.
which Trump never did. I looked it up, and I haven't seen a goddamn thing about it. So that's a lie.
New York City, who were later exonerated. He's posting memes of the Obamas as monkeys.
So let me again alliterate for all of you that are on the left that are very slow and can't think for yourselves because you have the media thinking for you too much. It wasn't just a picture of the Obama families that were in the meme, it was a lot of the Democrats too. That like AOC, Ilhan Omar, and a lot of the other Democrats were in that meme too. So you're getting a little butthurt over a meme that, yes, did look, in your opinion, racially motivated, but it wasn't. It was a meme that was funny as shit because Trump was trolling the Democrats, trolling you idiots out there that believed a lot of this shit. And y'all are stupid to believe, oh my God, it's racially motivated. Oh. Like, y'all are dumb on the left. This is how dumb these lefties are. It's sick.
Question the birth of Barack Obama.
Now you're trying to double down, and this is what they always do. Now, after calling somebody an Uncle Tom, now they try to step up to the plate and say, now we're just trying not to show our racism. What the fuck kind of butt kissing is that? That does not make it any better. Grunge, we'll talk about that later. That's not the topic right now. I gotta stay focused.
The first black president.
Okay, right. Obama's the first black president, but what if he was conservative? You probably would have called him an Uncle Tom because of how racist y'all on the left are. But I do appreciate your questions, Grunge, and don't think that I'm ignoring your questions. I see your questions. I will answer them towards the end if you stick around, okay? Stick around towards the end. I will answer. We'll talk
He's
about
literally
that.
taking away the history at the Smithsonian, the
No.
history of black people.
No, he's not. He's not taking away any history from the black people. But here you people on the left are, again, trying to act like you don't call people Uncle Tom, especially black people. You don't use racial language, and y'all do, but y'all act like you don't do it, and then you double down by going, no, that's not what I mean, but we know what you really mean. You're not, you claim you're not using it in a racial motivated way, but it is. And then you try to defend Obama. Yeah, Obama would be very fucking proud of you people on the left for saying those words. I bet you can ask any black person, and they would tell you they are not proud of you. Yeah, it's a little
At the president's
it's a little warm over here in Tennessee.
house in Philadelphia. He had dinner with white supremacists.
No, he didn't. I don't think Trump ever did. I don't think Trump ever did, but you know who allegedly did? Biden. Biden did allegedly have dinner with white supremacists. He was allegedly friends with the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK, the one that you people on the left love to idolize. He went to a funeral, an alleged funeral of a KKK member. You do what you gotta do, grunge. But you see what I'm saying, people. You understand that this is exactly how racially motivated they can get. And then they try to double down and defend Obama. Like, that doesn't even help your case.
He says there's very fine people on both sides.
Which he's talking about in the political scale with the Democrats and the Republicans, by the way. Since you people on the left don't know how to give context, I have to. Because you people on the left are so fucking stupid and gullible. I have to be the one to give you context here.
To white supremacists.
No. Actually, if you would have listened to Trump multiple times during his campaign trails, he denounced that shit. Actually, there was one time where somebody wore a white shirt that said KKK for Trump, and he said, "Get that person out of here," or he glared at that person. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid.
And your dumbass went, I thought he was a great businessman.
See, this is how stupid they are. This guy was not talking politics or being political. He was talking about the fact that his restaurant was being shut down because of politicians or whatever was causing his business to shut down. And you're making it political. Like you're shaming him for something you don't even know about this person at all or have any fucking clue about this person. And you're attacking him. You people on the left are attacking this guy or would attack this guy verbally by using racial words and language, by calling him an Uncle Tom or alleging he's an Uncle Tom, which is racist in general. What if he told you he was a Democrat? Then what? Oh, then you guys gotta eat your words. You gotta eat humble pie and take that shit back. And then you would have to walk that shit back just because. And it would be an absolute fucking treacherous day for y'all. That's how bad y'all are on the left.
Yeah, America, America. He added $8.2 trillion to the debt.
Biden
He bankrupt.
Biden literally put more than that on us. If y'all didn't know that. Biden had more added more to the debt than Trump did. And y'all still are dumb enough to listen to this shit. To the fake news. And believe the fake news is telling you the God honest truth. Because all of you people on the left are so goddamn gullible. And it's stupid. It shows how stupid y'all are. You're not only just racist, misogynistic, homophobia, and every phobia or everything you call us. Not only are you all of that, but y'all are fucking crazy as shit. Like, literally, mentally ill. Because you think it's okay to do this.
did 2 casinos. He has 6 bankruptcies.
Okay, people get bankrupt sometimes. It happens. It's not like it's a good thing. Yes, it's a bad thing. But do you know why Trump went bankrupt on his casinos and his property? No, y'all don't. But y'all act like you know everything. Like y'all are smart. Y'all on the left are not smart. We know that. Y'all are stupid. And it shows how stupid y'all are on the left. It really shows. I'm sure there is a couple of videos.
The dude is so pitiful. He's been
You want to talk about pitiful? Look at this guy. Look at this guy talking. Listen to this guy talking right now. That is pitiful. Absolutely disgraceful. Calling a black man an Uncle Tom twice, not once, but twice, and then doubling down and trying to defend Obama, a black man. Now, I don't agree with Obama, but I'm going to tell you this. I think Obama wouldn't tolerate that language. Not at all. Not at all.
married 3 times because he keeps having sex with other women.
Huh? So he gets married actually twice. He's married twice, by the way. For all of you that don't know how to count with your fingers or your toes, or count at all. But y'all again are thinking this shit's okay. But again, y'all on the left love to talk mad shit about who you talking about, Grunge? Trump or this guy that I'm reacting to? It's just sad. It's just sad. Yeah, Trump is doing a good job. I will give him that. Sure, there are some things I wish Trump would do a little bit better on, but I think he's doing a good job. He's trying. That's the big thing right there, is that we got to give Trump credit for trying. Exactly. He's trying to keep our country strong, while the left are trying to weaken our country. But you see how very cruel the left are. And I just, again, cannot get past this guy not only calling this black person Uncle Tom not just once, but twice. That is pitiful.
And you went, yep, he's a great businessman. You are a dumbass. You are.
Wait, so we're a dumbass for having an opinion? Wow. That right there not points to us being a dumbass, but it points to all of you on the left that are dumbasses that don't think that or don't see that. Because it's true. He is a businessman. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. And it is true. He is a businessman. Trump is a businessman through and through. Unlike every other politician we've had in our country, he is a businessman. Sure, I don't like some of the things he says or some things he does, but at the same time, why does he do it? Is the question you should ask yourself. Is he doing it to piss everyone off, or is he doing it because it's what's right, or he knows that it's going to piss off the left or the troll the left and piss them off because they're being trolled while he's continuing to be a businessman? You got to ask yourself these questions. Don't just like trust the media in every way. I don't care what side of the media you trust. Question things. Do your own research. Be smart enough to do it. What's up, Token? And yes, we do. But we have Trump right now. And I'm hoping JD Vance gets it in 2028. I hope Vance wins. But it's sad.
An idiot.
No, I think you people on the left are idiots. Really, we know that. Yeah, nobody does. Nobody wants to see World War III. Nobody does. It's not good. It's not good for anyone. It is already probably getting there. Because these idiots on the left really want war. And they don't realize that they're calling for it. Or they do realize they're calling for it, but they don't realize the outcome of it. How you doing, Token? Good afternoon, sir.
You did no research.
That's funny that these leftists would claim we don't do research when most majority of people that do research, like I do, either find that the left are being contradicted every freaking day, or they listen. People start listening to people like me who know what the fuck they're talking about and know politics and policies for what it is, the truth of it. This is just how these people on the left use the playbook. Oh, that's a good, Token. I'm happy you're doing good. China is really only country that would give us trouble when it comes to military technology. I don't know. Maybe Russia or Korea would, but I don't know. I think definitely maybe China might have a bigger upper on that one. It is. It's got to be. That is potentially true, Token.
Bite into the fear mongering.
You know, it's really sad is that when the left claim that we buy into the fear mongering, what do? They buy really, really heavy into it, more than we do. That just shows you right there how obviously unattached to reality these people are.
That all of these criminals were coming in here. You literally.
Well, isn't that true that some illegals that are criminals are coming here to the United States, allegedly not only bringing alleged drugs, but allegedly raping, murdering, and killing people? Isn't that really kind of some of the things that are happening right now? Yes, it is. But you people on the left don't want to see it that way.
Voted for a convicted felon and the rapist.
I'm sorry, say that again. A felon? Sure. A convicted rapist? I mean, he was convicted in a civil court, not a federal court, by two people that alleged that he did something wrong to them with zero proof or evidence because, again, it's a kangaroo court. And that court, just like what happened with Kyle Rittenhouse, they were ready to send Trump, just like Kyle Rittenhouse, to prison or charge him for whatever the fuck they wanted. That's how pathetic these people are and are willing to stoop so low to a pathetic level.
Would you like to see, sir, the films of January 6th where officers were beaten?
Yes, please. Would you please do that and show me and prove to me that they're not allegedly undercover officers that were part of the alleged J6 incident? I bet because you would get debunked, as always.
While your great businessman sat on his fat ass eating Twinkies, officers getting beaten?
This is absolutely just appalling how gullible they are.
I mean, there's a special stupid for play people like you.
That didn't make any sense. Try learning how to coherently form words before you speak there, buddy. Please, for the love of God. Can you speak normal English without screwing up? It sounds like you can't do that. Because, again, this is what we expect them to babble like a bunch of adult children.
I swear, I'm not even kidding. I think this guy would be part of the Confederacy.
Whoa, come on. Come on now. That not only. You're good, Grunge. You're good, buddy. You're okay. I see what you're typing. You're doing good. And I wasn't talking about you, Grunge. I'm talking about this guy, not you. You're fine, Grunge. You're doing absolutely fine. You have done nothing wrong. You good. But you see just how that's just stupid.
How could you be so stupid and run a business?
It's called capitalism. It's called owning your own business. How is that stupid? That's not stupid. That's smart. That's what America is built off of, capitalism. Being able to spend money to make money. That's how America works. And it's always worked. And it will never change unless these people decide to change it, which I hope to God they don't.
How did you not see any of it? You did. You didn't care.
See, there's no red line for these people. Like, there's nothing that would stop them from voting communism or Nazism or socialism. Oh, okay. They would vote that way. the left would vote for this, for that kind of stuff. They would vote for these radical left ideologies. And it's sickening.
You thought you would be different, sir. And yeah, I know, like I say this, but you thought that if you voted for the white man, you would be different.
But again, how do you know who he voted for? You don't. He didn't acknowledge Trump. He didn't say Trump out loud. Or to me, even objectively. In any way, shape, or form. He didn't do it. So how can you claim that he voted for Trump when you don't know how the fuck he voted? See, right here, they call us fascist, but honestly, I think what needs to happen is these people need to go to jail for calling people fascist. Or just stop using that fucking word in general. Because they don't know what fascism is. And they're the ones bringing it. They're the ones that are fascist. They are the ones that are using neo-Nazi talking point, white supremacist talking points, and socialist ideologies. Well, I appreciate you, Token. Don't don't forget to like, share, and comment and subscribe. How you can help this channel is by sharing this channel out to people that are like-minded, to help people understand better that people like us that have common sense are smarter than these leftist fascists. And yes, I am calling the people on the left fascists because they are fascists. Very much so. And y'all on the left don't understand this. It's like, why do we have to argue with you people on the left? We already know how stupid you people on the left are. It's stupid. They already have one. I think they do have THC chew or dip.
Wear a white America hat. You're different. You really thought that Donald Trump was going to let you stay in his guest house on the plantation, and you showed up and he put your ass to work. It's really disgusting.
No, they do. They have THC dip. Look it up. I've seen it. I haven't tried it yet, but I've seen it.
White people voted for this. You literally knew who he was, what he was, but you thought you were special. You were going to be different.
It's actually hilarious how they tell everyone, "Oh, you think you're special." But look at it this way. They think they're special, right? They're the ones that always think they're special and need that attention the most. Because again, they're attention seekers. The people on the left are attention seekers and will never not stop being that way. They will always continue to be that way because that's what they thrive on. That's how they get their jollies off. It's absolutely stupid.
You thought that a convicted felon was going to
No, not gummies. Dip token. Dip tobacco. Or not dip tobacco, but dip.
obey the law and follow the rule of law. Seriously? Seriously. This is where we are, people. These are the stupid people that we have.
Hold on, wait a minute. So you're calling us stupid, but you people on the left and people like this guy are sitting there using racially motivated language talking points, and you're the ones that always complain about everything but we're over here trying to make America better. Who's the idiot over here? Because if my brain serves me correct, I think we all know who the idiots are. Well, that's good. Yeah, Zen works too. But guys, at the end, we'll talk about the off subject topics, okay? I'm trying to get through this so that we can get there.
Black business owners voting for a white supremacist.
That's ironic that he says that because that's not exactly what people do. They don't vote for white supremacists because they're not stupid. They don't believe in that shit. Most good Americans do not believe in white supremacy. I don't. So, this is again why I think these people that use this type of language should allegedly either be arrested or not allowed to say these talking points at all, because this is just idiocracy. These people love to call us fascists and use these talking points against us when you don't even know half of these people that you're calling racist, fascist, white supremacists out there voted for. What if they didn't vote for anyone on any side of the political spectrum? How does that make them a white supremacist fascist? It doesn't. It just means they, at least some of them, may agree with conservative values because they would rather agree with conservative values. What makes them white supremacists?
And the ironic part is he probably followed that piece of shit Charlie Kirk. Hey.
I appreciate you, Token, but I'm an editor. Unless you're an editor or whatever. But yeah, I I can probably do that myself, but maybe I might have you help me. Oh, you're an editor too? That's cool. That's cool. I got a lot of videos about editing out there, or a couple. You can go look at them and tell me what you think. I'd love a second opinion. Well, I appreciate you, Token. I will definitely take you up on your offer at some point. I appreciate you.
Sir, the pilot's black. Are they qualified? Hey, look at Justice Jackson. She's an affirmative action heart because she.
Yeah, because she allegedly was a affirmative justice hire. We know that. What's your point?
She's black. If I go into a convenience store and there's a lesbian black woman, how do I know she's qualified? Oh, look, Harris, it's Black Hillary. Hey, let's talk about the great white replacement theory. And you probably followed him. You probably have a picture of him in your damn car. It's disgusting.
No, what's really disgusting? Sorry, I think I'm going down with a cold. I'm pretty tired right now. What's really disgusting is that this is the kind of belief that these people have that are on the left. It makes me absolutely laugh at these idiots. And it shows that these idiots don't have any brain capacity to think in any way, shape, or form.
Sir, Uncle Tom, it is.
Wow, he just did it the third time. So not just once, not twice, but three times now. Wow. Wow. Oh my jeez. Oh my days. Neither. Neither, dude. You would be amazed. It's not either. And I'm not going to shout out his channel because I'm not going to give this idiot attention. I don't want this idiot getting attention from me. He's already getting attention from me every almost freaking day because of his stupidity and his radical left ideologies.
Gross. I expected.
Gross. What the fuck? Are you in first grade? Oh god. My god. Yeah, I know. I hear you though, Token. I hear you, bud. This is the shit you hear from first graders, bro.
It's again from white trash.
Yeah, it's not only that you've called this black person Uncle Tom 3 times, and then now you're going and being racist towards white people. That obviously, again, shows you right there how fucking stupid these people are.
What in the fuck is wrong with you?
The bigger question would be, what the fuck is wrong with you people on the left? That's my question for all of you dum-dums on the left.
Have you seen his cabinet? It's 50 shades of white. His friends at his...
Okay, and so what? What's your point? What's your point? Who cares what race they are? Who gives a fuck about whether they're white, black, Mexican, whatever? Who fucking cares?
parties? It's almost all white.
Okay, and again, who fucking cares? Nobody cares. Quit whining. Exactly. Who cares? But the left always love to claim that we're the ones that bring up race issues. But it's them that do it.
Have you seen the Republican Congress? Almost all white. But he's a...
Actually, I think there's a couple Republican Congress people, I think, that are black, if I remember correctly. So, don't know how that works if there are a couple there that are black. I don't know how that's white. Because, obviously, again, they're colorblind. Or they're just racist.
This man with 6 bankruptcies. And by the way, sir, he literally stole from cancer charities. He started Trump Steaks, which was a con, and he had to pay every people back. He can't...
Never heard that one, but okay.
Can't even work for charities anymore because he stole from them.
Exactly. The first black person was congressman. Supposedly. The absolute greatest one of supposedly of the congressmen that did something that helped the Republican Party. He helped the Republican Party, and he helped the black community, his people from his community that were black, understand that the Republican Party are for them, that we stand with them to help not only them, but every single person in America have a better opportunity, a better life, and prove that we're not racist. Because, gee whiz, who was the one that freed slaves? Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. The man that was shot in the back of the head while watching a play at a theater by a racist, Dixiecratic Confederate. He was murdered. Lincoln was murdered because of what he did. Isn't that kind of fucking odd how the Democrats weren't for freeing the slaves. They were okay with it. But then you got Lincoln over here saying 7 years ago. And he made the longest speech in history, I think, one of them, talking about how he was going to do all of this, free the slaves, stop the Civil War. And did he do it? Absolutely, he did. He stopped the goddamn war. And he freed the slaves. And he did it. But you don't see Democrats taking credit for it, right? Because they didn't want it. They were okay with it. The Democrats were okay with slavery. The Democrats were okay with racism. You do realize that black people did actually also own white people. Isn't that kind of weird? How you don't hear the Democrats or the left talking about that too. You don't hear them thanking our forefathers for what they have done for our country. You don't hear them thank them because our forefathers were actual true Americans. Yes, some of them may have supposedly owned slaves, but guess what? They made America better. And I sure fucking very thankful for my forefathers. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and all those that signed the Declaration of Independence to make America what it is today great. I'm thankful that they did that. Otherwise, we'd still be under the colonization of Britain. And I wouldn't want that. We would not want America to be that way. Because we would be under the rules of Britain. Still, under their parliament. If our forefathers haven't done what they did. George Washington went to battle. He was a general, by the way. Mind you, a general. And then he went into politics, I think, after he came back from war and ran for president and won, and later stepped down because he knew it was his time and let other politicians come in place to see what they had to offer us. And we've gone through multiple different politicians. But thanks to our forefathers like Washington, no, he actually chose to. It was, there was a documentary I watched. He wanted to run for president because he thought he could do something, and he did. He did something. He changed a lot of things. He helped us get away from the British. He fought against the Germans, the Germans that the British had, I think, hired or connected with to try to fight against us. And they lost because Washington went across the river on that Christmas night. He went across that river and did a sneak attack against them, against our enemies. And he won. They surrendered. Because Washington snuck across there, the Delaware River, and took them out. And he won the war with his courageous actions, we wouldn't have been here. It it was because of Washington.
But he's a great businessman.
Now, I'm not going to compare Trump to Washington because there's no way, shape, or form that we could compare Trump to Washington, because what Washington did was he went into battle himself. Sure, I'm not calling Trump a coward or a whatever you call it when you try to a military dodger, but Trump is smart like Washington. He has that mentality of thinking smart, business like. Washington had the same mentality, thinking smart, thinking about what America really needs. Yes, they are two different people, but and no, they're not all going to be the same, but both were true American patriots in our country, to my belief. Exactly.
But you know what the good thing about this is, I'm seeing more of these stories, is that people like him, they're starting to suffer the effects of their stupidity and their racism and their idiocracy.
Why can't the left ever suffer from that? Oh, you know why? Because the left always love to cover each other up from their wrongdoings and protect each other from their all alleged wrongdoings and their stupidity and their beliefs, because apparently they're allowed to get away with it somehow, some way. That's just, I don't know. Don't ask me how or why, but it seems like it. Okay.
It is happening in real time, and it is happening fast. We just lost 23,000 jobs last month. And this guy lost all of his people. He's going to close about a third of his businesses. Good.
Good. Sheesh. See, I'm telling you right there. See, this is how the left are. They don't give a shit about businesses. They don't give a shit about anyone. Even if this guy did or did not vote for Trump, this guy up here is happy that this business owner is shutting down. That is really fucked up. That is a fucked up way of thinking, in my opinion. I don't know about y'all, but that's my opinion. That's a real fucked up way of thinking. And definitely it shows that, in my eyes, that you don't care about anyone but yourself for thinking that way or saying that. That just, to me, shows you don't give a shit about anyone but yourself. That's selfishness. That's being a self-righteous prick, in my opinion. That's why in my opinion, I don't think anyone that votes or believes progressive should be allowed to vote, in my opinion. We should straight up just not allow progressive voters to vote or have the right to vote. But we can't do that because that's unconstitutional. But I believe we should. We should deny them from voting because they're voting for cruelty, not for the fate of humanity and American people or American in itself. They're voting for Schadenfreude. And they will never, ever stop doing that because they love it.
The only way,
right, I know.
Only way.
And if that test shows that you vote progressive, you're not allowed to vote.
That his cult is going to break away, and they're not going to vote for Democrats because they're too stupid and selfish and too.
Oh, we're not stupid or selfish to vote Democratic because we don't vote Democratic because we know Democrats don't do shit. Democrats have never done shit. Okay, I think the only one Democrat that actually fucking did something, in my honest opinion, was RFK. Not Junior, but RFK. Or John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy, I think, was the last Democrat. Yeah, I do know how our system works. You're right, Token. I do know how the system works because I've dug deep into this for years and years and years. I've been a journalist for almost like 6 years now. I've been doing freelance journalism for 6 years almost. And it's crazy to think that I've been doing this. Yeah, true. But they still don't know. You know that the lefties aren't going to know how our system works. I mean, I'd pass the litmus test of being able to vote because I know exactly how our system works. Yes, we have a two-party system right now. If conservatives could do a little bit to get on the ballot, I would definitely feel like right. But JFK, in my opinion, I think was one of the most qualified Democrats to be considered a Democrat. I think he was. Lyndon B. Johnson, not so much in my opinion. But JFK definitely had it. From what people have told me, they believe the same thing.
Hateful to vote for anybody except for their tribe. The only way they're going to finally realize that he's a con artist and a white.
Right. Teddy Roosevelt, yeah, he was a good president too. He did a lot.
Supremacist and a piece of garbage.
Just again, the racism. This is the kind of shit that we hear from these Klan members, from these lefty clans. And why do you think that we consider them part of the Klan that are on the left? Because they are exactly using the Klan's talking points again and again and again and again. We see this, we hear it, we know it. And they won't ever stop doing it.
Is when you lose your jobs.
Just like how all of you people on the left lost your jobs when quite a few of you made fun of Charlie Kirk's murder, of Charlie Kirk being murdered, you mean? Yeah, that was real funny, wasn't it? It was funny when all of you morons on the left that laughed and mocked Charlie Kirk's assassination, and then you lost your jobs because people called into your jobs and exposed you to the company that you worked for or whatever. Or if it was your own business, gave you bad reviews and told people, don't go to this place because they make fun of people that disagree with their political ideology. They wish alleged murder and mock people that get murdered for it. Yeah, that's real funny, isn't it? Losing your livelihood because you all on the left don't have common sense and know when to shut the fuck up and not say shit. Proven point case right here. This guy is point proof case of why I again think the left should not be allowed to vote at all. They should be denied the ability to vote, but we can't do that. I know that sounds really extreme, and you're all going to say, well, conservative, we can't do that. You can't wish that upon people not to be able to vote because it's an alleged democracy. No, it's not. This has not never been a democracy state in the first place. Well, sure, it's been about democracy in a very particular certain way, but not the democracy that they're going for. That's not the type of democracy that we are. Not left leaning nut jobs. We're supposed to be a constitutional republic for what it stands for. By the people, for the people, we the people. Yes, there is a little democracy, but not like what these people are talking about. The democracy we're talking about is the republic of how we can make things fair, valid, unite people, work together as a unison, and we, the people, being able to vote the people. Yeah, you're right. A dash of democracy, but a Republican. Yeah, you're right. That is what we're about. We have always been that way since our forefathers. Let me read you guys something real quick. Because I think this would definitely help you guys. The American founding fathers generally feared direct democracy, prefer a constitutional republic with a representative government and checks and balances to prevent mob rules. Historical warning. They looked to ancient Greek and Rome collapse as proof that pure vote systems easily turn into chaos and demagogues led to tyranny. There has been specific quotes from James Madison or James Adams regarding democracy. So we were a constitutional republic. So what you guys just heard me say is 100% what our forefathers were talking about. Do you hear the left talking about this? No. Do you hear them talking about our forefathers and what our forefathers stood for? No. It's democracy, democracy, democracy. No. Our forefathers feared democracy.
When you lose your homes, when you lose your businesses, when you lose your coworkers, when you lose your managers, that's the only way they're going to care.
This is bad because not only do they wish that we lose everything, but they wish a lot of bad shit upon us, and a lot of people that they disagree with, they want Schadenfreude. And it's absolutely stupid. We are not a democracy. We are a constitutional country, and always and shall will be that way. So help us God. Our forefathers stood for that. They stood in front of Congress in Pennsylvania talking about how our country was going to be formed and founded on what principles it was going to be founded on. There was a lot of disagreements and a lot of the parliament at that time did not agree with a lot of things, but they finally found something, whether it was going to favor them in 100% way, or if it was going to be where it was a give and take situation. They decided it would be a give and take situation, that they would have to give a little bit up of what the people that disagreed would have to give up, is not having it 100% their way, but at least there could be something done that they sat there having that conversation and saying, we can make it better. I know it's sad. It's sad, isn't it? Because we, the people, should not fear the government. The government should fear who? Who should the government fear? Us. We, the people. Why? Because we can vote them in and we can vote them out. Just as fast as they go in, they can go out. Because this is how our government should work. This is founded on what our forefathers have given us. And right now, a lot of people that are sacrificing it and saying, no, it shouldn't be this way, are wrong. Because obviously, they don't take a look back in history to see that the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, we aren't idolizing the flag as a god. Because the government fears or should fear us because we have control. Just like they have a little control, we have a little control. That is how it works. That, in my opinion, is a democracy. Or not a democracy, but how it works. That is how we should always be. That is how our country was founded on. We knew that we have control, but we just choose to allow the government to have more control than what they should because fear mongering and a bunch of other bullshit. That's just pure knowledge.
And it's the only thing that moved people away from Benito Mussolini's when they suffered.
And it's stupid how they try to compare Trump to Benny Mussolini or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know.
You can lie all you want.
Yeah, just like how you guys on the left lie all the time. Isn't that kind of funny that they lie all the time? And then they claim we lie? Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. And I'm Hugh fucking Hefner. I mean, Jesus Christ. How stupid are these people? Like, it appalls me and floors me to how stupid these people on the left are. Because they don't understand how our government works. Exactly. It's just appalling.
But when the darkness comes to your front doorstep, that's what Michelle Obama said.
You mean allegedly Michael Obama? Michael, Big Mike. Or, excuse me, Michelle. I'm sorry. I, I forget sometimes. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So you're, hold on. You called a black person Uncle Tom 3 times. This guy called a black person Uncle Tom 3 times. And then he's sitting here trying to quote a black person's quote that allegedly was said and not sound like a hypocrite. That's weird. To me, that makes it sound like this person's a hypocrite.
Remember during the Harris campaign? If you think the darkness won't come to your door, you're mistaken. And a lot of people like him and a lot of white people said, well, my whiteness is going to keep me safe from the darkness. I'll be fine. Just
Again, this is exactly. Yeah, he did say it. You're right. He called the black person Uncle Tom 3 times. And then he's hating on white people and using anti whiteism talking points, which is reverse racism, right? So I guess at this point, we see that these people are racist. And it shows. It shows that these people are racist. These lefties are racist as hell. These people are racist and will never stop being racist on the left. Because the people on the left know how racist they are, but they just inherently absorb it, they relish in it. They just flunk themselves into it. And it's disgusting. That's like pretty much calling a black person Uncle Tom is pretty much like using the N word towards a black person in the most racist way you can possibly use it for. Now, I have my opinions on that one, but we're not getting into that because we already know where I stand with it.
it's like I have been since 1619.
Yeah, and that's sad and wrong, in my opinion.
It's only going to affect the Muslims and the Somalians and the immigrants and the black people and the indigenous people. My whiteness will keep me safe. And now they're finding out that it's not.
Can you imagine being this stupid to think that believing in white privilege, a made up bullshit term, because you don't like white people, you just obviously what they need to do is stop saying white privilege and just come straight out and say that these white liberals, these white leftist nut jobs, what they need to do is just come out and say, hey, they hate white people. They need to just say, hey, we hate white people. And even though we're white, we hate white people. That's what they need to do. Because that's what they're saying right there by saying this whole white privilege, anti-whiteism, Semitic, not anti-Semitic, but anti-whiteism talking points. They just hate us, white people. That's what they need to do. It's just acknowledge that they hate white people, even though they're white. Majority of these white liberal nut jobs are white, like this guy. is white that we're reacting to. He's white and he hates white people. So obviously it means he hates himself for being white. It's just another way for them to say they hate being white because they feel guilty of something that really is not on them. That's it. That's what they're doing. They're white liberals virtual signaling saying that they hate being white Americans because of something that happened 150 to 250 years ago or longer than that. That didn't even have anything to do with them at all, nor my ancestors, nor probably their ancestors. And if it did have something to do with their ancestors, then it's not on them. It's the ancestors from a long time ago that if, you know, if their ancestor voted for that racist bullshit, then it's on their ancestors that voted for that racist bullshit, not us or them that are here today in this generation in America. It's not on us. It was on the racist people way back when that did it, but not us here today. We're Americans, and first and foremost, should always be American. American. Fuck yeah. But they hate America, and they hate white Americans, and especially straight white Americans.
And this is the one good thing about Vice President Harris losing is that
I think there's more than just one good thing about Kamala Harris losing. She was underqualified. She didn't know what she was doing. She had no policies. Every time she opened her fucking mouth, it was a bunch of bullshit lies that came out of her mouth. And we know that. And I'm not wrong. I know that one. Because she had no fucking clue what she was doing. She was just following right along behind Biden. And God forbid if she gets or tries to run again, I hope to God she does not get voted in. I hope to God JD Vance wins and beats her. I hope we get a Republican president again. I do not want a Democrat president at all.
But now we have a time, an opportunity to address the original sin of the United States of America, which is white supremacy.
Which is just, again, another way of saying they're racist, fascist. The left are racist and fascist, and they hate America because, you know, it's the fact that there's a lot of white people in America. And they just want to be virtuous. That's just it. That's just the facts.
Are we going to finally address it like I am?
No, because the way you're doing it is absolutely bullshit, and it's stupid, virtuous, and it's racist. Your ideologies on the left are all racist. That's exactly, again, why we call you the modern day Dixiecrats. Y'all are like the modern day Dixiecrats on the left, not the Confederates that were fighting against it. You're like the modern day Dixiecrats that were fighting for racism and hate and bigotry. And I am a Southern man through and through. I was born in the South. Yes, I do fly my Confederate flag. But no, it is not racist. I fly it for the real reason. Heritage, not hate. The fact that there were possibly family in my family that were in the Confederate War that were fighting for land and rights, not for the slavery, because most of my family are middle class or low class, whichever one, I can't remember, but pretty much mostly middle class family. Most of my family were middle class and never owned slaves. And yes, I do fly my Confederate flag. No, the Confederate and the Gettysburg flag are not Dixiecrat flags. Not all of them. I fly the "Don't Trend on Me" flag. I have it. I do fly my Dixie flag, my Confederate flag, loud and proud. I fly to say fuck the government for what they tried to do to us. What the Dixiecrat government tried to do to us by telling us what we can and cannot do. And I will never stand for it. I'm a good old rebel, and that's just what I am. And I will not ask for any pardon for who I am. I will not be reconstructed. I do not give a damn. I'm going to be who I am. I will fly that flag, not because of racism, but for my family that may have fought in the Confederate War against the Dixiecrats, against slavery, against the Union, for what they have done. Because the Union was trying to do something they shouldn't have done. And they knew that they were getting balls deep into it and they were wrong for it. That's why I fly that flag loud and proud. Because it shows that I am a Southern man through and through. And I am not sorry for who I am. Hell yeah, I have Dirty South tatted on my knuckles. You know what that means? I'm from the Dirty South, son. We don't call 911. We take care of our own kin. We take care of business down here. Through and through, legally, we take care of business. We are not the type of people you want to play FAFO with, because we will take care of our people. We will stand for what is right, not for what is wrong. We will not stand. We will not stand for these lefty lunatics and their ideologies, their racist ideologies. Hell, I've talked to a lot of my people around here, not that are just white, but a lot of different folks here. And you know what a lot of them say? Fuck the Democrats. Fuck the left. Because they are like the modern day Dixiecrats. These lefties are like the modern day Dixiecrats. And it makes them nauseated to have to see this. And it's sad enough that even my country, my hometown of Great Home, Tennessee, has become communist. Not all of it, but some of it has become fallen to the communist knees, to the modern day Dixiecrat knees. That hurts me. That hurts. That just makes me sick. Because we weren't about that shit. Here in the South, we are about hospitality, love, honor, and kindness, respect. I don't care what color your skin is, you're welcome. As long as you do not do something that is going to make us see you for any differently, to change our minds. We don't give a shit what color you are. And we still will never give a shit, even if you show us your true colors of who you are, good or bad. We still won't hate you. We might not like you. Yes, some of us may hate you, but a lot of us just won't like you. We just don't tolerate that Yankee shit around here. We don't deal with that Yankee bullshit. You you deal with the Yankee shit in the city. Leave that Yankee shit in the city. Don't be coming out here out in the God's land nowhere and bring that bullshit to us. Because we don't deal with that shit here. That's just who we are. And we're not sorry for it. I'm not sorry for it. I am probably one of the few rare breeds that does not tolerate Yankees and their bullshit and their propaganda. I do not tolerate it. And I'm one of the few rare breeds that was raised that way, to not deal with the Yankee bullshit ever or tolerate it ever. Because my pa and my ma and my ancestors that go back were all against it and have been through and through. And I'm damn proud of how I was raised. And I'm not sorry that I voted for Trump. And I never will be sorry for voting for Trump. Until there's something that makes me really, with proof and evidence, that is shown to me, that makes me distrust Trump, I don't think there's anything right now that can. We're not talking about the Yankee baseball team. We're talking, if you know, you know.
Time, an opportunity to address the original sin of the United States of America, which is white supremacy.
Which doesn't exist. But again, this is the Dixiecratic Yankee talking point. This is the bullshit Yankee talking point that we've been dealing with. And yeah, we're all getting fed up with it. I sure as fuck am. I'm tired of it. I love America. I really do. I do love America with all my heart. But there is one flag that I will always, because I was born under this flag by the grace of God, and I will die with this flag by the grace of God. The flag that I always fly, the Confederate flag, the Dixie flag, not the Confederate, but the Dixie flag. I was born under that flag, and I will die under that flag. Because that is the flag of my, not only ancestors, but my state that I stand under. But we really, America, we got to get our act together and start not fighting against each other, not the Union versus the South, but we, the Union and the South, need to join together in trying to get rid of these democratic ideologies out of every fucking country in the United States and disperse it and disband it. Get rid of it. Don't allow it in your cities, your country, your state, whatever. Don't allow it in cities or states. Don't allow this bullshit in anywhere. I love this country, but sometimes I think this country is starting to lose people because they don't have the goddamn balls or courage to stand up for what I do. the same way that I do. I'm willing to fight for this country. I'm willing to sacrifice my life for this country because I love my country. But sometimes it's kind of one of those ways where you just got to think, what do I do? Where do I go? And that's kind of how I see it right now. Where do we go? What do we do?
Are we going to finally address it like I am? Or are you just going to fight for the Democrats to win the midterms and ignore it? Because that's what I'm afraid is going to happen.
And I hope to God the Democrats don't win. I hope to God they don't win.
Is that too many white people are going to be, oh, woo, we made it through the midterms.
I hadn't signed up for that. I haven't done it yet. Don't know if I will. Because what I do is pretty much what I do right now is exactly what I think I should be doing.
And you're not going to address it. You're only going to care about one thing, yourself and your damn bank account. I'm not saying it's not important.
You're making it sound like it's not important, by the way. Just you saying that kind of tells me that you make it sound like it's not important. Sorry, my nose is clogged right now. I definitely think I am coming over a cold.
But people that don't look like me?
Oh, wait. Hold on. See, again, he's using racist narratives, right? He's objectively been racist. Who knew? Who fucking knew that was going to happen?
This is the reason that America has never been great for everybody.
Oh, it's been great for everyone except for you because you're anti-American. Because you leftist Yankees are anti-American. And we know it. And we're just tired of hearing all you anti-American Yankees flapping your gum hole. You know what's sad is that a long time ago, these fucking nitwits that are on the left always would allege or claim to allege that conservatives and MAGA were the ones that allegedly wanted World War III. It wasn't us that wanted World War III or alleged or claimed to alleging wanting World War III. It was them on the left. And they always would throw it out there on TikToks, other social medias. You could hear them talking about it, saying, bring it. It's true that, yes, a lot of them on TikTok and other platforms would say this. Bring it to us conservatives or to us Trump supporters. But you know what happened very quickly? They started learning that when a lot of we, the people, the American people, started joining together, it scared the fucking piss. It scared the dog piss out of them. And they backed the fuck down. And now they're not claiming it as much. But yeah, they're still somewhat claiming kind of the same thing or saying the same points. But they're not as much as what they used to. Because it scared the dog piss out of them knowing that we could join together as a country, as we the people should, and tell them, I don't think you want to really put your dog in this fight, buddy. You don't want to say this. You don't want to be saying this shit. You don't want none of this. You don't want to allege a war that really isn't going to be any beneficial to anyone. And why would you claim that? Or why would you want that? Because you're stupid enough to think that it's funny? Oh, you're gonna get likes, clicks, and views because you think you're cute and you're alleging war with us? Yeah, no. That ain't cute. That's just stupid. Because using those talking points are dangerous. And a lot of people got found out about it, and yeah, it got shut down pretty quickly. Because the government even was like, yeah, no, we're not going to have you be saying that shit. That's why you don't hear them saying it or alleging it much more or as much anymore, because they know the government's shutting that shit down. Even the government's like, yeah, no, we don't want you saying that shit or even hearing that shit come out of your mouth. That's how stupid they are. They are willing to go that far and be as just stoop as pitiful low as they possibly can just to be where they want to be.
And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to die on this hill.
Kind of like most leftists, they're going to say it and stand on that hill. Because that's how pitiful they are. That's really how pitiful they are. Exactly. Government don't mean, well, I mean, the government does mean a lot of things. We shouldn't 100% put trust in our government for the best interest of us, but also we have the government hired to do their job.
If you all don't start fighting for white supremacy,
fighting for white supremacy. Wait, hold on. Did I just hear him correctly? Did I just fucking hear this guy correctly? I beg your pardon? Did I just hear you correctly?
The reason that America has never been great for everybody. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to die on this hill. If you all don't start fighting for white supremacy,
he said it. I think I heard him say it correctly. If y'all don't start fighting for white supremacy, did I just?
This is the reason that America has never been great for everybody. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to die on this hill. If you all don't start fighting for white supremacy, I am going to.
Sounds like he's having a stroke. But he just said it. He just absolutely fucking said what they always say.
Has never been great for everybody. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to die on this hill. If you all don't start fighting for white supremacy, I am going to pray to God himself that the Republicans win the midterms, because.
Wow. He just said it out loud that they should fight for white supremacy, is what I heard. Let's roll it back one more time.
If you all don't start fighting for white supremacy, I am going to pray to God himself that.
Wow, he might have either just had a mega stroke, or he just obviously said the obvious right there of what we all know they're fighting for. That was obvious right there. Wow. You got to be fucking kidding me. I'm sorry. but I got to roll it back one more time.
One thing, yourself
I
and
want
your
you all
damn
to
bank
hear
account.
this.
I'm not saying it's not important,
Listen.
but people that don't look like me, this is the reason that America has never been great for everybody. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to die on this hill. If you all don't start fighting for white supremacy, I am going to pray to God himself that the Republicans win the midterms, because you clearly need to suffer more.
Wow. He just said the obvious. Thank you. Thank you, Paul, for pointing out the obvious of what you people fight for. Thank you for pointing out what you really fight for, what you allegedly really fight for. You just proved exactly my point. Wow. I'm really actually not surprised. But well, I'm okay. I'm a little surprised that first of all it sounded like he had a stroke, which was not good. That was not a good thing. But it kind of surprised me that he actually said the quiet part out loud enough to where we could hear it and roll it back a few times so y'all could hear it. That absolutely tells you what they want. And now it's known. Wow. Oh, I'm going to fathom to guess he's going to probably lose some subscribers for this one. For sure. After that little bad PR stunt or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Oh my goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. Heavens to Betsy's. I cannot even imagine how that's going to make him look now. And not only him, but these people that believe in the same crap he does. That is absolutely wow. I didn't say it. He said it. He said it himself.
Are we going to finally address it like I am?
One more time.
Or are you just going to fight for the Democrats to win the midterms and ignore it? Because that's what I'm afraid is going to happen. Is that too many white people are going to be, oh, we made it through the midterms, and you're not going to address it.
Listen carefully.
You're only going to care about one thing, yourself and your damn bank account. I'm not saying it's not important, but people that don't look like me, this is the reason that America has never been great for everybody. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to die on this hill. If you all don't start fighting for white supremacy, I am going to pray to God him.
He just said it. If y'all don't, I'm going to stand on this. He said it, and I quote, as from the words of Paul himself, this guy himself, if you all don't fight for white supremacy, then I pray you lose your jobs and your houses and or whatever. And I pray that the Republicans win, is what he said, end quote. That's what he said. That's what this guy said. Oh my goodness gracious. I am lost for words on this. I am totally, completely fucking lost for words on this one. Like, wow. Dude just exposed himself openly. Oh my goodness gracious. You cannot make this shit up, people. This is how absolutely how dumb these people are. How ignorant these people are. And blind. That is absolutely, oh, that's atrocious.
Himself that the Republicans win the midterms, because you clearly need to suffer more.
Wow. I don't even have to say shit right now to this. it's kind of like the jokes can write themselves. You know, they speak for themselves by their own words and their own acknowledgement. And it came from the horse's mouth directly from this guy what their intentions are. Now we know. Oh, this guy is going to lose probably subscribers and viewers for this shit.
From not doing a damn thing.
Wow.
And sitting around and watch other people suffer because you only care about your bank account. Until this country fights and makes everyone equal.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say anymore. I am lost for words. But anyway, you guys, I'm out of here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Um, Go to conservativenewswave.com. Go check out my other platforms, all of them: Twitter, Rumble, TikTok, Conservative Video Dipper. I just don't know what to say. I don't have an outro for this other than my goodness gracious. This is just absolutely mind boggling to me how they can believe this and how he was openly able to say the shit he just said. Whether it was on supposed accident or on purpose, accidentally on purpose, whatever. He said it. That is scary. Have a good one, y'all. See y'all soon.